Before we kick off this episode, we just wanted to say we send all our love and thoughts to everyone who is currently having to deal with a hurricane. This episode was recorded previously before all this took place, but we just wanted to say up top, we hope everyone is safe, and obviously, please be safe. Do not put a vacation or anything above the safety of your family or yourself, but we do hope everyone is doing okay in the midst of this current hurricane.
It's hard to, if I know you, so I know what you're saying.
Because I don't talk good. I'm not good with words, is what you're trying to say. Welcome to It's a Small Disney Podcast. I'm Eric.
I'm April.
And we're back. Episode
Round
2, episode 2.
What are we talking about today?
Well, I think we should talk about something that I just recently found out that not too many people know. Well, I wouldn't say not too many people. I would say some people visiting Disney for maybe their first or second time, they didn't realize you could do this. And I know that we didn't know this when we first started going to Disney. We had to find out. I think part of the reason when we first started we didn't know is because there wasn't really much going on with like Disney social media or content. We are going to talk about resort hopping.
I want to back up for a second, and I just thought of something. Do you remember, so when we first started going, these days people get all of their information from, like you just said, social media, content creators, anything, right? Yeah. But when we first started going, we had books.
You had a book.
And what was that book called? It was a planner.
What to expect when expecting Disney.
Pretty much. What was it called?
I don't know. The thing was the size of a Bible.
I got it at Barnes & Noble, and we used it to plan everything. And that was the only information that we had. And to the best of my, and we still have that, but to the best of my knowledge, I don't think that had anything in it about resort hopping.
No.
So we didn't know anything about that.
Right. I think resort hopping is just something you kind of realize you can do, and then it becomes a thing.
Right.
And it's one of my favorite things, but you tell us what resort hopping is.
Okay. So it's basically where you can take the day and enjoy the resorts outside of the park without having to actually have a reservation, a stay. What is it called? Not a stay reservation.
A reservation.
It's Saturday morning, and I've not had all of my coffee yet.
You can go to other resorts and enjoy their restaurants and lobbies and stores, sometimes pools.
No, you cannot resort pool hop.
You can.
Okay.
If you wanted to go to All Stars and check out their pool, they you can get in there. If you wanted to go to Art of Animation, you could check out that one. You can't get in the deluxe pools.
Nobody is going.
Maybe they are. Who has the biggest pool on property?
That would be Art of Animation.
Exactly.
But
point me.
But
what
if that was that big of a
pool?
deal to you, you would have made a reservation there.
Maybe you're at All Star.
There.
Maybe you're at All Star and you want to go to a bigger pool. You can do it, is what I'm saying.
I don't know.
You can do it. Resort hopping is one of those ways to maximize a short trip. If you've got if you're doing a 3-day trip, maybe you get into town early, you got a day to do nothing, park the next day. Resort hop, get a bunch of stuff in. It's just a great way to maximize a short trip.
Let's talk about the top resorts to visit. Okay, so you first have your monorail loop resorts. First up on that loop is the Grand Floridian Resort and Spa, and it's like a Victorian type of.
It's probably the fanciest.
Yeah.
I would say even above Riviera, the fanciest Disney resort. I mean, it's just white. It's nothing but white. You walk in and you are like, I'm going to dirty up this place. Yeah. I'm not supposed to be here, but I am. I'm going to go play this piano that Uncle Jesse played. I'm going to get kicked out probably if I try to play it. But it just looks like you're in almost like royalty.
Yeah, the big, huge chandelier when you walk in, and it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. And we have never stayed there, but I feel like we have because we've been there so many times with resort hopping. And I feel like we have enjoyed all that it has to offer as far as like the gift shops are beautiful and have a variety of things.
There's a bar
and
there, the Enchanted
Rose.
I wouldn't call it a
which is
bar. I would say a kind of a speakeasy
a
type lounge.
And then all the different restaurants
Character
there.
dining for breakfast and dinner, right?
Yes, so it's gorgeous and beautiful, and we love going there. And just sometimes we went there, and our kids have, when we've taken the kids, they've just sat in the lobby in those little chairs and watched the cartoons and everything.
You
so
can go out.
Beautiful.
They actually I'm not going to say you can get in the pool because you can't, but they have like games and stuff set up outside around the resort and a walking path, and you can just go out and on the grounds and play games with the kids.
Yeah.
So we get back on the monorail, and where's
then
next?
So next up is the Polynesian.
One of my favorites.
It has the tropical vibe, so it's completely
like
different.
Maui, Moana.
Right. So it's the tropical vibe, Dole Whip. I think it's the only place outside of the parks that you can get a Dole Whip.
I think so.
And then it has also all the shopping and the dining and the specialty bars, like it has
Trader Sam's.
Right.
It has Ohana restaurant. It has Kona Cafe. Tons of great drinks. If you like bourbon or whiskey, they always have the Knob Creek single barrels there. But our place there to go is usually Trader Sam's.
And we have stayed at the Polynesian, and it is definitely our favorite. It's my favorite resort to stay at, but also to resort hop to, because I just love the smell and everything.
It smells delicious.
Yeah,
it smells comforting. There's a beach you can sit outside on and watch fireworks if you're there at night. There's
the electrical parade. The parade that's on the water at night with the lights. So it's really wonderful. We really like that. So that's a really nice spot. And then what is next after that?
The Contemporary.
So it has a futuristic type of design.
Kind of reminds you of like the outside looks like kind of an Epcot type style place.
The monorail runs
right through it.
And then of course, like the other ones, it has the dining and
tons of dining. There's steakhouses, there's bars.
Great shopping.
There's Chef Mickey's. If you ever hear Chef Mickey's, that's the place to go. You meet the characters.
Has those classic Mary Blair murals that are really, really pretty, and you have to see those.
I would say if you're going to shop at a resort, that's the one place to go. The shop is huge, and there's a toy shop and also a shop that you can get anything from some candy to like a $10,000 pair of Mickey ears. There's like that jewelry in there that's like $1 bajillion.
Okay.
You've seen it.
Yep. $10,000
Don't
pair
act
of
like
Mickey
we
ears.
haven't talked about this before.
We have never talked about
What is it in there? It was a necklace or something?
I mean, they do have jewelry.
Yeah, but it's like crazy amount, like crystal balls and stuff.
You can see your future. You have no money at the end of
crazy,
this trip.
But yes, everything's at that stop.
So that pretty much wraps up the monorail resorts. So your next set of resorts that you can resort hop to are the Skyliner resorts. So why don't you tell us what the Skyliner resorts are?
Skyliner resorts, they start, well, for us, they usually start at Pop Century or Art of Animation because that's usually where we stay. But the Skyliner will stop at different places. You can take the Skyliner to Epcot and Hollywood Studios. So if you're staying at a Skyliner resort, be sure to do that because they won't take a bus there unless it's raining or something.
Right. But as far as the resorts go, you can
go
to the Riviera.
The Riviera, Caribbean Beach.
The Riviera. It has that European elegance to it. I know that's one of your favorite places, especially Topolino's at the top has the bar that you can overlook the whole area. You can see the fireworks from
Topolino's
Epcot.
Terrace has one of the best
Beautiful
breakfasts
art.
and one of the best dinners you can eat on Disney property. I will stand by that, and it's fun to go take pictures there. It's one of the most expensive resorts as well.
Yeah.
Everything, it's got a library down in the, like a study. You can sit down and chill
Do
and
some
have
work
coffee.
in if you need to.
It's our daughter, who's now 16. That was her and her friend once. They spent the whole morning on the Skyliner and went over to Riviera and had coffee, and it was like their own little thing. They just hung out there, so it was fun. Then you can go to the Caribbean beach or Caribbean.
the Caribbean beach if you
the Pirates
say it
of
correctly.
the Caribbean, Pirates of the Caribbean. What is it? I don't know. I have no idea.
Tomato.
It's a resort that's kind of beach themed, and it's a moderate priced one. We haven't stayed there yet, only because most of the time over the past forever, I felt like it's been under construction. They've been redoing the whole thing. And then we're always worried about how spread out this resort is. When you get on the Skyliner and you look down on this resort, it like goes forever. Yeah. And right now, when we take our family, the less walking, the better. So we don't ever want to take a chance on having to walk a mile just to get to the Skyliner. But it's a cool place. We've stopped there before. There's a nice little restaurant and bar there to check out. And it's just a different vibe, I think.
Yeah. Not that we're opposed to like walking, but there's just something about when you have kids with you and you want to avoid everything
I think it's the
to
end
avoid
of
a
the
meltdown.
night.
You know what I mean? And the end of the night too. Absolutely. If you have to walk a mile to get to your room when everyone just can't walk anymore. So some other noteworthy resorts that you use bus transportation to get to that are just as amazing, if not more amazing than some of the others that we've mentioned. The Animal Kingdom Lodge.
Animal Kingdom Lodge is one of the resorts that's kind of farther away because it's by Animal Kingdom, obviously. But the whole point of it is you can go there and you can get on a walking path. You don't have to stay there. Like we said, this is a resort hop. And you can walk a path and see animals. Like you can literally do like a walking path and see animals. And like they're having like dancing going on, and there's like always like face painting and different things. Like it's a one-stop place to go, and like you're at a zoo almost.
So what we love to do is book reservations at BOMA and get there early, and then while we're waiting for our reservations, take the kids out, let them look at the animals. So it's a way that you can resort hop and have your dinner reservations at the same time. You know what I mean? So it's not like you have to include that in and go in the middle of the day. Like you can save that as your last resort that you're going to hop at for the evening, and you book dinner and go there and just sort of end the day that way. And
it's just like you said, it's like a resort that it reminds you of Animal Kingdom Lodge, and
we loved it.
Dare I say, I may rather go to just Animal Kingdom Lodge and hang out than a full day at Animal Kingdom sometimes. Sometimes, not all the time.
And then we have the Wilderness Lodge.
Oh, I love the
Wilderness Lodge. So rustic, like that Pacific Northwest atmosphere.
It has one of my favorite lobbies. You walk in that and you look like you're in this cabin. And it's so tall, and I wish the next time we went to a deluxe resort that we would stay there, just to stay there. I know that we can resort hop, and we're talking about resort hopping, but it makes you kind of get a feel of these different places. So when you're planning a stay, maybe you do want to like throw a little bit of extra money in there and stay at one of these places. I love their restaurant there in the lobby, Whispering Canyon Cafe. The breakfast is awesome. You can get mimosa flights and bourbon flights there for breakfast. They like to like play around with you. You know,
it's a very interactive restaurant.
Things you can do. Yeah. The waitresses and waiters are always joking and playing tricks. This is not the episode where we're going to go into a lot of details about these places because we want to just dedicate episodes to just one thing. Like we'll have a whole episode probably just on Whispering Canyon Cafe. Yeah. But it's another great place to go. There's another restaurant where it's a storytelling themed, where it's Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Oh, yeah. They have a dinner. It's kind of hard to get in there sometimes, but great place as well. Another deluxe resort that you got to check out if you're resort hopping. The Geyser, you can walk the paths around all their pools and everything. Such a wonderful place.
And And another place, the last place that I'll talk about that I don't really think about, honestly, when I'm thinking about resort hopping, I'll be honest, is the Boardwalk Inn.
The boardwalk itself is awesome.
Right. But I just don't ever, there's a lot of, I feel like there's probably a few more that we don't really think about when we think about resort hopping.
Well, there's two that we do, at least one that we haven't mentioned that we have, it's a have to.
What?
The French Quarter.
Well, yeah, you're right.
The French Quarter,
yeah.
French Quarter and Riverside
beignets.
are moderate resorts, and they are kind of off to themselves. You can ride a boat over there. If you're not staying at Riverside or French Quarter, which I said are connected, so you can kind of walk to each of them, you have to go to French Quarter to get the Mickey beignets. Right. One of the best snacks, best tasting little treats you can have in the entire area.
So, I mean,
in all of Disney World at Scat Cat's Cafe.
I guess we can count that as a resort hop. Like, we don't really go to the resort, though. I mean, we go to the cafe.
Yeah, but we have to get to the resort. The cafe's in the resort.
I know, but I don't really think of French Quarter when I think of resort hopping. You know what I mean? I think I'm sorry, when I think of I want to go get a snack, then I think of
I'm going to hop over to this resort.
No, I'll say
to get this snack.
I've never said let's hop over to there. I mean,
we go there all the time.
Yeah, but it's not like if we're doing a resort hopping day, it's primarily either the Skyliner or
I hop over there.
Oh my God, no, you don't. You don't hop anywhere without me. So if I'm not going, you're not going.
We get beignets every time.
I know, but it's a standalone thing. It's not
so French Quarter hop.
We'll just do a whole episode on just French Quarter hop.
I'll do a whole episode on Mickey beignets.
Okay, so let's backtrack. There is another resort besides, I said, the Boardwalk Inn, but there is one that we have not hopped to, and it's
Coronado. We've stayed there. It's awesome.
Right, but I'm talking about the Beach Club resort.
Oh, yeah.
And everyone always talks about the smell and how, oh, my goodness, has the best pool. That's supposed to be the best pool.
Right. Not the biggest, but the best.
So, but that's one place that we have not resort hopped over to. And I feel like we're sort of missing out because we should have resort hopped over.
Well, we went to Cape May Cafe.
Yeah. But even then, we were so dumb. We didn't,
I know.
Explore anything. But anyway, it's time for a game.
A game?
A game.
Are we going to play games every time?
I think so.
Am I always going to be the one that has to answer the questions?
Absolutely.
I'm going to figure out a game for you to play.
Okay. Well, until you do, I will continue to challenge your resort knowledge. How about that?
Hit the music.
Okay.
Who's that?
Kevin.
Kevin.
Yeah, Kevin.
Kevin, hit the music.
Okay. Here we go. So, I'm going to ask you some questions, and they will be multiple choice, and you...
Do I get anything if I win?
My respect.
Oh. It's respect.
Yes.
It's like Fast and the Furious. It's all about the respect.
Okay, here we go. So, which combination of transportation options would you use to visit Disney's Boardwalk Inn from Disney's Art of Animation in the shortest time? Okay. A, Skyliner and walking.
Okay.
B, bus and walking.
Okay.
C, bus and monorail. Or D, ferry and monorail.
From Art of Animation?
From Art of Animation.
So we're not walking first, obviously. I don't even think that was a choice of walking first. We're either going to do a bus or the Skyliner. I personally would get on the Skyliner, and then I would go to either Epcot or Hollywood Studios, and then I would walk the path along the water till I hit the boardwalk.
You got it.
Yeah.
You're so good.
I mean,
this is why I just follow you when I'm there.
Yeah,
I'm completely lost. I read this and I have no idea where I'm at.
If you did a bus from Art of Animation, you could only go to Animal Kingdom or Magic Kingdom, which Animal Kingdom, there's nowhere else to go. Magic Kingdom, you would then have to get on another mode of transportation to get close. You would have to get on the ferry or get on another bus and go to Disney Springs, something like that, or take a lift, then yeah, that's the one.
Okay. All right. So that's awesome because I was confused just reading the question. Okay. Question 2. If you are resort hopping on the monorail line and want to catch a view of the Magic Kingdom fireworks without entering the park, which resort offers the best view? The Polynesian, the Contemporary, Wilderness Lodge, or Caribbean Beach?
Well, you're on the monorail, so Wilderness Lodge and Caribbean Beach is not even part of that. I love the fireworks at the Polynesian Beach, but if you can, you should go to the Contemporary and go up to the top floor of the lounge and watch the fireworks for there, because that's probably the best place.
I feel like this is subjective.
That's what I would do if I could. I would do if...
But isn't the top part, that's the restaurant.
Yeah, but you
so
can
you
go...
may not be able to get in.
Yeah,
if
but
they're all
you said without a park reservation. You said without going into the park.
Right.
I'm not going... I'm saying if I'm making a plan...
But you could go to Polynesian and go sit on the beach.
That's what I said. But you said the best view without going to the park. So if I am really like determined to see fireworks for whatever reason, I'm going to make sure I get up there.
Okay. I mean, I feel like that could be, I feel like that could work.
It can.
But
Read the
if you
question
can't
again.
get in,
Read that question again.
but if you cannot get in,
yeah, then I said then we'll get back on the monorail and go Polynesian.
Okay,
but you said the best view without going into the park.
Okay, well, okay, then
that's the best view.
Okay, well, yeah, you won. Okay, you won that one. I don't think that's. I think without going into the park and without a reservation.
Okay.
Okay. Let's add that to it. Let's add that to it.
Okay. Yes, I would go to the beach and sit at the Poly and watch the fireworks.
Okay, you won. How about that one?
I didn't win.
Yes, you did. Okay. Which resort lobby becomes fully transformed into a snowy holiday wonderland, complete with intricate decorations and music, making it a must-see during the Christmas season? The Wilderness Lodge, Contemporary, the Grand Floridian, and Disney's Yacht Club Resort.
I mean, I want to say the Grand Floridian. Don't they have bubbles in there and stuff?
I want to say you're wrong. It's the Wilderness Lodge. Last one. You got this. Redeem yourself here for my respect. If you are resort hopping and looking to collect unique pressed pennies, which resort offers a machine with rare Disney characters not commonly found elsewhere? Animal Kingdom Lodge, Boardwalk Inn, Fort Wilderness Resort, All-Star Music Resort.
The pennies?
A unique collection.
I mean, I know they have the penny machines.
Right, but it's a unique collection.
Did you say the Boardwalk?
I said the Boardwalk.
I want to say
Fort Wilderness, and All-Star Music, and Animal Kingdom.
I want to say it's either Boardwalk or Fort Wilderness. Boardwalk is kind of like that carnival. Like I could see them having like some stuff like machines or something like that there. I'm going to go there, but part of me wants to say Fort Wilderness.
Which part of you are you like 50-50?
Well, I feel like Fort Wilderness has, I remember reading something, because Fort Wilderness is like the campground style place. And I feel like that's like, get you some pennies over here at Fort Wilderness. Like that's yeehaw, doggy.
Doggy?
So I don't know. I'm going to say Boardwalk.
Why didn't you just go
Fort Wilderness?
Fort Wilderness.
I'm going to edit that where I said Fort Wilderness.
Ding ding ding.
Well, so I got 50% right.
Yes, 50%.
That's not passing.
That's but you got half of my respect.
I mean, I'm basically just like freaking Paul Walker in First Fast and Furious. I did not gain the respect in the first race when he lost, and he said, "Dude, I almost had you." And then Vin Diesel says, "You never had your car." That's how I feel right now.
Oh my God. Okay. Sorry. I would go back and forth with you on this, but I don't know a lot about Fast and Furious.
I know.
So sorry.
Would you recommend resort hopping with kids or without kids, or what's your take on that?
Okay. So I think if your children are a little older, then yes. If you have small children, no. I mean, I think
No.
no.
It's a hard no.
It is because I think there's a reason we didn't know about it when our kids were younger, because there would have been no way in hell that we would have done that with the kids. I mean, we took them when they were originally like 4 and 2, and then after that we had another one. I mean, they're so prone to meltdowns, and it's so hot, and everyone gets so tired, and then you're dragging them around everywhere, not to mention that you're lugging strollers on and off of all these different types of transportations. It's just not it just creates a situation where everyone is aggravated and no one can enjoy themselves.
Right.
But if the kids are a little older, then yes, I think that they enjoy going and seeing all the different things. They get tired of one certain type of resort, and they want to go see all the nice stuff in the other resorts.
I think mini resort hopping is good for small children. If you just go straight to like the monorail, get on the monorail, visit that stuff. Maybe you're going to Chef Mickey's, or you going to Ohana.
Or maybe if you're staying at one of the monorail resorts anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Then it wouldn't be that big of a deal.
Short. You could make that a little like chunk a day on your off day. Hey, we're going to get on the monorail. That kind of feels like a ride. They have fun. You visit that, and then you go back to your room. Not a full-blown resort day where you go monorail, you go Wilderness Lodge and all that. Or you just go to one of your character dinings at maybe somewhere else. You go to Riviera and you get on the Skyliner and you just do a Skyliner run, check out Riviera, and then go back to, Pop or wherever you're staying. I think you can modify a resort hop to make it for small children, but a true resort hop day to me is having
balls
drinks
to
here.
the wall. Let's go.
Every
It's
bar,
a party.
you're doing everything. At the end of the day, resort hop, we doing it all.
I feel like you could be just as tired as you are if you spent the full day in the park.
Yeah.
So, but I do have some tips if you do want to try to resort hop with kids. Plan breaks for rest. Plan breaks around a child that has a routine. If they nap around noon, don't break that routine. You know what I mean? So go back to the room and take a rest. Take snacks with you. Time it around meals and snacks and things like that. Just keep your kid happy and fed and cooled. Take fans, those little fans that people put on strollers and things like that. That is the biggest tip of all. Just keep your kid fed and cool in the Florida heat, and you should be able to have a good experience, at least as good as ones you can have. You can also check the resort activities, because a lot of the resorts do have those activities, maybe plan it around some of that, so whenever you get to a resort, they can have something to look forward to and something to do for a little bit while you're there.
Yeah, that's very mom of you.
Thank you.
I'm like, let's go.
I know, and that's why I'm so glad we didn't know about it.
Come on, kids, we're getting beignets, and now we're going to the Polynesian.
Get in this damn stroller.
Get in the stroller and let's go.
Okay, so I think we've
Is that it?
pretty much covered everything.
Hopefully people get the concept of what resort hopping is. Use it on your off day. Don't use it at all. I mean, stay at your own resort. But there are so many things you can do everywhere else that you don't normally think of. You don't,
Absolutely.
When you go to a resort on a normal vacation, you're pretty much stuck at that resort.
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of the mindset people have. I can't go anywhere else. This is the resort I have a reservation for. So
yeah. Yep.
Well,
so go enjoy everything else.
I guess that's part one of the happening.
The hopping hour, yes.
The happening, because we're going to do a part two where we park hop.
Oh, such a controversial topic.
It is. I guess you'll have to tune in next time and find out. Where can they find us at?
So we are generally located in the basement, is where we record.
Good one.
I don't know. I mean,
you can follow us on Instagram. at It's a Small Disney Podcast. You can follow me at Whiskey Mutant if you want some whiskey content. If you want to follow April, you can. She's shaking her head no.
Yeah, there's nothing interesting there. But
You
you
have
can
an
find
Instagram.
us on Spotify or
Well, they're probably listening on
Apple.
that right now.
or YouTube.
I think our episodes will be on YouTube podcast by now. But we're going to try to put one out every Thursday. Thursday will be our release date, and we'll keep hopping along.
Till the next hopping.
The happening.
Hopping hour.
The happening.
You know how much I love history. It's the hopping hour.
Well, I'm Eric.
I'm April.
We'll see you next time.